Oh, I'm sitting here fooling around with wires and stuff, and we're
Well, at
live.
least you didn't have your finger,
We're
three
live.
knuckles deep. Just saying.
Right, I'll be up in here below. What's up, y'all?
We are live.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Coffee and Ham Radio's Cafe Noir. Thanks for joining us this evening. Hope everybody's doing well. In today's video, live stream, whatever you want to call it, we're going to be talking about mobile radios, but you probably figured that out by looking at the thumbnail and the title. And hey, everybody in the chat, Evan Baccarat, member for 6 months. Thank you very much. And what we're going to be doing is talking a little bit about some different categories of mobile radios, and the categories are going to be based off of price, and we're going to talk about recommendations under $150, recommendations between 150 and 300, and then recommendations over 300. So
I have to go on record as objecting right out of the gate.
okay, to the recommendations or to the
I'll make a note
premise?
of that.
To the price, the it's hard to get a radio for near no money.
Well, it's very
in this
difficult
category.
to do that. And
I don't-
Hey, author, that's awesome, man. I think that when you start talking about $150 or less, they're still very serviceable, usable radios. But to your point, you're making significant compromises. Like, I'm not aware of any mobiles that do 50 watts for less than $150, for example.
No.
Are we talking new only?
We're talking new only. Because, somebody
okay.
like, I was at the
Okay.
Ham Fest.
He didn't specify, but it was.
Well,
assumed.
I know, because I'm like, well, I bought a new in the box, original stock, Yaesu 2800M. That's like 65 watts. I mean, it's got in the original box.
Wow.
And Jim's
How
not a
much did you
box
pay-
keeper either.
What'd you
No, I'm
pay
not.
for it?
125
That's about the new price for it anyway, son.
for a
Is my friend
2800M.
Bill-
I don't think it's even made anymore. I think it's discontinued.
Yeah, but like my 2900, I think I paid like 130 for, and I think the
Okay,
20.
but it's still
That's-
okay. So
we're way
under
more than that
150, under 150
Than that.
does C4 FM and it's 65 watts.
Well, hot damn! How about that?
Is my friend Bill KK4PAL in the chat? Because he can find used radios at really good prices.
He's a pirate. He is
But
a
I'm saying
ham
he's like
show
a- he-
pirate.
Like a seagull picking at the trash. You know what I'm saying? Like he finds
That's
the
right.
good stuff.
Oh, the raccoon of a ham fest.
Yeah, the 2980, James. That's a solid candidate for 2 meters, no doubt about it.
It's more than 150 though. It didn't used to be.
That's how they get you. They raise the price. But before we get started, real quick, let's go around the horn. Jim, what do you got going on over there?
About 3 or 4 videos in the works between now and Sunday.
Wow.
Between now and Sunday,
Yeah, my wife
it
may
hard.
throw a pork chop out at me or something like that. That's
He's
about
hitting
it.
it hard.
tectonics.
You got a
in
pocket
there.
pork chop, son?
I'm trying to catch
Hey,
up
Billy.
with T.O. because T.O. is a video making
You
machine.
making a catch, T.O. Come on now.
Well, you want to share what these videos are going to be on, or is it top secret?
I only made one
I mean,
today.
it's not top secret. I got a couple of products to review from our friends at VenLab.
Oh, you got them already?
Yeah, I got mine yesterday.
Nice.
So I got those to do, and then I got to set something up with the. I want to set something up with the RF signal generator, the oscilloscope, and the Abri Splatter Master 5000 radio,
Well, that's always fun, right?
which should be entertaining. And I'm using the Abri because I think, well, you know what? If I do something wrong here and let the light and smoke out, no one
Did I
will
hear
care.
Tiger Tail when I had my headphones off?
I got to tell you, people actually would prefer if you did something incorrect and let the smoke out. I find that people like that more than if you do an educational
human.
video.
Does that bring the videos? Does that bring the views?
Yeah, to the yard.
Well, we might do that. We'll turn up the volume all the way on the RF generator and see if the fire comes out.
Hot damn. Tia, what do you got going on over there?
I'm working on your favorite antenna ape. I'm doing some videos on a ham stick.
Oh, lordy.
Oh,
Lordy.
I was surprised. I got some really good DX today, and the band was in really weird conditions. I got Panama, I got Costa Rica, I got Puerto Rico, I got Canary Islands. I was like, this is pretty good.
Be like, I'm
But it was
sold
really
on the
hard.
ham
It took
stick.
me like 5 contacts in like an hour and a half. It took forever. It's really weird band conditions today.
Well,
Check 'em
look
out.
at this.
And I was one. Hey, Don, look at that.
Don, thank you very much.
Does he get the
Don
stand up?
D. Or so I got
He's
to
going to do the phone patch.
Do you got it or I got it?
You got it.
Let's
I'm
do it.
sorry.
Thank you, Don.
Thanks again, Don. And so, Tia, where are you now?
I am in Glasgow, Kentucky.
I thought you were going to say England.
No. So there's some question here as to whether it is Glasgow
Oh, I know
or
what's going on.
Glasgow.
It depends on where you're from.
I don't know.
If you're
People around
from
here don't say-
Scotland, it's Glasgow, you
Scotland?
ninny.
People don't say, "Hey, welcome to Glasgow." They're just like,
There we go.
"Welcome to Walmart. I love you."
Right. Welcome to Walmart. Did you see anybody just in pajamas at the Walmart?
I did. Yep. People got dressed up to go to Walmart. That's what they do.
I never understand that stuff. Hey, Rob, how you doing, bud? I never understand how people just decide to go. And it's no offense to anybody in the chat if this is what you do.
That does
I still
this.
love you.
Because I know Todd does this.
Right, but just be like, oh, let me get my good SpongeBob pajamas on. I got a big trip to the Walmart. I got to get some
need the flannel.
ammunition. I got to get some ammunition and some milk. And
Tires.
yeah, I just don't
Tires.
get it.
Batteries.
So, but Brian, you're right. We ain't got no time for late. And then Chuck, what do you got going on down there?
I just about finished a video on a new radio that I got sent. It's the Bofang.
Oh, that's the new
Actually,
radio audit. Is that the new radio oddity?
This is a Bofang, man. I actually was contacted by
Well, hold on a second.
Bofang
got it.
official.
Evan back. Thanks,
Oh, my,
son.
he
We
got
much
the- he got the
appreciated.
stand up.
Evan
in
Evan
the middle of
Baccarat
saying
hooked us
something.
up.
He did.
Yeah, that's some
Thank
good.
you.
I didn't know
energy.
that Evan Baccarat was all big money like that until he started flashing all those motos that he had yesterday on the supporter stream.
Well, I just found out
Nice.
apparently he's in EMS, so I'm not sure how he's got that much money if he's working in EMS.
He doing something dirty.
You can make
you
good
know what I'm
money
saying?
doing that out here.
Well, I
He's
know
got the
legally,
paid version.
legally, Chuck, legally.
Yeah,
So-
he does. He was talking mess. He was saying he's got all these paid versions of the
Schmitz.
Motorola software and all this stuff.
Yeah. So
I bet he's the radio guy.
Yeah.
I was contacted by
So wait-
Bofang official, supposedly.
The official.
So what
Bofang.
they didn't say this, but they kind of said that this one wasn't real. Maybe it was fake, a clone or something.
The one
They
you
look
paid for.
The one I paid for.
I thought you got sent
So-
both those.
No, I bought.
No,
the
I remember
other
when
one
he
just-
bought that one. He got it off of like AliExpress or something.
No, just off Amazon. It's. I mean, the cool thing about that one, the orange one has a you can USB charge it, so that's kind of cool. The other one may or may not. We'll have to see. Oh, then I got Ape's favorite, and this is going to be my mobile radio for the night. His favorite radio. But I'm going to take the battery out.
Boy, there it is.
You guys
Wait,
all know what that's. It's the TID. What do they call it? TID radio.
It's a family show, son.
There's ladies in the
Not
audience.
tonight, it's not.
So I played with that a little bit, but I haven't done anything with it really. I just showed Ape a few things he didn't find.
Son, come on.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: if you say that a radio isn't good because it has spurs, like a cowboy in a rodeo, and it transmit this terrible noise, people
It's
get
bad.
upset with you. And I'm like, what do I? Hey, look, I'm just trying
Where,
to help.
where do I buy one? I
Right.
want one.
They're like, you're just a hater. You just, and I'm like, I'm not a hater. If you want to spend $70 on this radio, go ahead.
And-
But
And that terrible noise is just not you. Everybody else is getting it also. So it's worse
Right.
than
Oh, yeah.
serious emissions.
We tested that before the show. That radio is nothing but sadness and despair.
Yeah, I don't know
Pretty
if I'll
much.
actually review it or not.
More
I
so
mean,
than
I
what
guess
your
I will.
mother-in-law thinks about you. Saying.
right, hey Marvin.
I'll be getting
know,
those
like-
dirty emails that the Ape's been getting back from him.
Well, so what we're going to do is we're going to start talking about some mobile radios because we're starting to sound like the clubhouse over it. Not that we don't love them, but
But we talk about radio on this show. I mean,
yeah. So
Well, we've been talking radio.
what is your guys' pick for under 150? So if somebody's like, hey bro, I only got 150, I need
Do you have to share it? Or
I
do you
need
just
a
wanna know
mobile
what it is?
radio.
Go ahead, James.
Who's going first?
I mean, I don't know of any for under 150, even a DMR Anytone. I guess there's some lower end ones that are probably under 150.
T.O. got the screen ready. You want me to? I'll put it in.
Pop it up. Pop
When
it
it's my
up.
turn, I guess it's my turn now. Yeah,
That
so
may
this
be
is
the one I
the
have. I've
Reticus.
got a small one. like
Blam.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know. I
think
know
they
you
sell.
got a small one. Joe Brett clipped that.
Yeah, right. I think that Anytone makes this, and it's called like the 877, or maybe it's the 855 or something like that.
778 UV.
Yeah.
UV.
And this is the Retivus. It's sold under the name Retivus RT95. Is this your pick, Tio?
This is my pick for that price category, and I have one of these, and I have done it wrong. I have done it a disservice. I have let some
Sizzle.
smoke out of it.
Put some
And
sizzle
load
on
up.
it.
Retivus
something.
it's currently on a slow boat to China. They're going to take a look at it and send it back. But I put a video out. I admit that I broke it. I did something that I probably shouldn't have done. But that doesn't make the radio not good. This radio is programmable by Chirp. It lets you mount it upside down or right side up, and you can flip the screen. It does analog, 2 meter, 70 centimeter. It's got some channels in it. It's a basic radio. I mean, it's hard to say much about a radio that's $124.99, but at the same time, this one has the microphone is also your speaker. So if you sit this thing under your seat, or you sit it up like above your sun visor thing in your car, and mount it up nice and neat, you'll still be able to hear it by holding it up to your ear if you wanted to.
They
because
are
the speaker is in the microphone.
really small, right? I mean, that's a tiny radio.
Yeah, it's
And then if you mount it upside down, you can rotate the display, right?
yeah, yep. And then it's got 6 programmable buttons on the front, and works out pretty well.
You can
Yeah,
take
so-
that down to ocean with you.
It's only 25
Downy.
watts though, right?
Jim, think of the fabric softener. Downy Ocean. Downy Ocean.
Down the ocean. You can take that down the
Downy
ocean with you.
Downy. It's all one word.
Oh.
Downy. Downy Ocean.
Ted,
Down
be
the
quiet.
ocean.
Right. So it's actually just 2 words.
Yeah, Ray,
Yeah.
I have not gotten the radio back, so that's where we're stuck right now.
But this would be the radio that I would pick. I had a Juntide JT88, which is a small radio like this, 25 watt dual bander, and I had that in my car for a few years, and I liked it. And whenever I would use it, people would say, "Oh, you got you sound good," and all this kind of stuff. But
Would you run it at like 15 watts?
I ran it at like 25 probably most of the time.
What? You never do that. Come on now.
Well, that one I did.
All right.
Um,
So let's. I just click on this. I don't know. Share that thing out. Add to stream. There we go.
There you go.
he's right at
Yaesu
that
for
line.
$150. On sale though. I have this radio. Only I have it in the old version with the D. It's actually digital also. Great radio. I swear that at one time ICOM and Kenwood made this exact same radio, just with different names on them. 65 watts, and for under 150, I don't care about 70 centimeters. So there, 65 watts.
Wow.
Under
Snob.
150.
Isn't he just?
I hardly ever get on
Snooty?
70. Although it's more popular around here than I thought it was. So I might.
Well, that's
never
what you
know.
need to do, right? Is figure out what repeaters are in your area before you buy
Right.
just a dual band, a
We
single
always
band.
say, yep.
I bought
I
the
have this-
2900 because I have a lot of 2 meter repeaters around here, and it's 80 watts,
we
or
do too.
maybe mine was 75. And it was like a 125, 130, something like that. I really, really like that. I still sitting, I'm looking at it, it's right there.
So I have this
like a
version in
tank.
my Forerunner. It's the
Yeah.
I've got it velcroed to my CB, which is mounted.
But this one has
Never-
front
never
firing
goes
speaker.
anywhere.
Did you mention that?
It is. It's nice. Yeah. Oh, front firing speaker. I forgot that. Yes. And mine actually it does digital, and it was I want to say it was at least 150, maybe a little less than 150 at the time. Things have gone up, but since for a while.
I was trying to remember the 2 I have. I think it's a TYT. I think it's the same as that Retivus radio that TO showed, or Retivus, however you say it. And I can't remember Retivus. And then I have for cheap radios. Then I have that other one, the QYT WP12 or whatever it is, the one with the everything is in the microphone, the speaker,
Yeah.
and all the controls in the screen. And I mean,
You had
it's
to mod
cheap.
that thing, right?
I had to fix the cable. Yeah, the cable that came with it was jacked. So I just bought another aircraft cable on both ends and cut it and made one nice long cable that worked.
Yeah,
I just wanna
good luck
answer
finding a
Jeff.
mobile,
Yeah.
Jeff, with SSB.
For 150, you can't do that. Not
Yeah.
new.
Yeah.
You
I
can't
know
even
of.
have the B of
I looked.
SSB for one.
Your best bet's going to be like an 818, which they don't even make anymore, right?
You can't get one of those for that price.
No. I mean, you're talking $600-700.
But
But I
wait,
mean,
you never know. There may be some in here.
For a lot of these radios under 150, I mean, you guys are showing that one right there, the 3100. I'm like, okay, if I can get a Yaesu for 150, I didn't even realize you could pick up a real top 3 brand radio.
And
for
if you want
150.
this radio, I bet you better buy it soon because
Whose screen is that? Pull up
who
the
knows?
2980 and see how much that is. And while we're doing that, we'll say
it's
thank you.
175, I think.
We'll say thank you to our friend Richie. And here
I
we
think
go.
I can pull it up on this one.
Thank you, Richie.
Yep, thank you very much.
And the Happy Ham has mentioned this one, which I also had. and
Richie?
We gave away
There
on
you
the
go.
channel
So-
here,
God, where'd it go? 190.
but I think it was 150.
I still want to play with one of those.
With what?
We'll get
The
to it.
Vero-
Let's the Vero one, the Vero
I thought
will
it
say
was
though-
more expensive than that. Oh,
Well, maybe
189.
180. 180.
You wanted there's the 2980. I paid 150 for mine, I'm pretty sure. About a year and a half ago.
Yeah, that's a great radio, though.
Pretty sure.
They're like
It was
built
on
like a
sale, though.
tank. They sound great.
Oh yeah, no fan. Somebody
Fantastic.
mentioned there's no fan on this thing at all. It's all heat sink.
Yeah,
all heat
it's not
sink.
going to make any
It's all
noise
heat
like
sink.
the TDI.
Yes.
And according to Yaesu, their website, that is the replacement for the 2800,
Yes, it is.
which also has no fan
Yeah.
and the biggest heat sink you ever seen.
Yep, and bottom
Yeah, it's
firing
just
speakers.
basically
I
the
think
same.
they're called. The
Yeah,
Tio
that's
had
what
to
they
get
make
his sipping
external
cup.
speakers for.
I did.
All right, let's
Mine's
take a look at
Browns
this.
them still.
This VGC N7500.
Is Tio driving the interwebs tonight?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were going to share it. I can share it now. Hold on.
Who's got it?
Oh no, you've been sharing everything else. I just was letting you roll it.
No, that was Chuck.
That was me, man.
Chuck was shared.
I'm moving
What?
on up. Yes.
Jeez, I
It just didn't work that one time for some reason. I don't know why. Doing the same thing. It was probably me.
All right,
It wasn't you, Jim. It was me.
this time.
Ooh.
Yeah,
what
so
is
this
That's
this
the
video is a
Android,
little
right?
expensive, but yeah, so this one's the one that's controlled. And once you get it programmed, you don't need the Android at all. You program it with the Android, and then you can do everything from the microphone, and you bury the black box under the seat and don't worry about it anymore. It does have, I think it's got Bluetooth. Yeah, it's got Bluetooth, so you can get a
Yes.
Bluetooth microphone, so
the
no
same
wires.
push to talk button?
Yeah. And
That's a
what I
wild
want to do
thing.
with this, and I don't know if it's going to work
Tid.
or not, but this is what I want to do. I like experimenting with things. I want to get an Android rear view mirror camera thing, and then use that as the driver for this, because it'll do APRS from the Android app, and then it'll do all of the mobile programming and stuff from the Android app. So that would be
So-
pretty cool to do.
Yep.
Maybe
Do you have this already?
I don't. I want to get
Oh.
one, but I've got so many things to play with in this ham radio hobby that I'll probably, get to it 3 years
I
from
thought-
now when it's
I thought that was a
discontinued
cool-
twice.
I thought that was a cool radio. I'm not an Android guy, so when I had mine, I played with the Android app a little bit, and the iOS app was terrible for it, which was like a year ago, 2 years ago that I had one.
So it could have been better, but you don't know.
Well, the Android app worked. I'm just, it's got banks of channels. It does APRS through the Android app, I believe. It also there were some other features it had, but Tio's right, and they sell a Bluetooth microphone to go with it, so you don't even have to have a wire. You can literally put the whole box under the car seat or in a cardboard box in the trunk, and
Like a
and rock
pro.
and roll with it. Yeah,
Cardboard box in the trunk. That's the way to do it.
I mean, it's legitimate.
It's
A good cardboard, not
too
that cheap
legit to
cardboard.
quit.
So did you give your pick for under 150, Jim?
Any of the TYT or that Redivus that TO showed.
See, he's just,
I
he's
got-
just phoning it in, taking
I'm
the,
phoning
taking the
that
ideas
in.
from us.
I don't think he had
Well,
anything up.
I don't remember the model numbers. I have both of the radios, so I don't remember the model numbers.
It's just
My
calm down,
bad.
son. You're getting
Kind
a
of
little
hard to
bad.
look at him.
Well,
It's like-
I feel
it's like-
bad that I've let you down.
It's like we got Don on the
You
screen.
And I
I
was
mean, I
the one
kind
that
of
thought
just
it was
picked up the
Wednesday.
phone and said, "Yep, that's a radio. Thanks."
All right, let's
Oh.
see what Tio's sharing here. This is his pick for 150 to 300.
Yeah, I cheated a skosh.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. You just bought it at the wrong place.
Yeah, but I wonder what
that's
this
what
thing
that's
is.
what I
On,
was gonna say.
Let me
what
share
is it
mine.
on HRO?
It's $299.95 at DX Engineering.
That's my pick.
Boom. There you go.
So that's why I picked.
Way to go, boys.
I picked the same
Phone it
thing.
all in.
So
This radio doesn't have any digital modes, right?
It doesn't have YSF. It's a Yaesu, so no YSF, but it does have the data connection on the back, and that's what this radio's claim to fame is. This is a 2
yeah,
meter,
that's what I thought.
70 centimeter, and age range adult. Just, half you people
can
in
do
the
Bluetooth?
chat can't have this. It can't do. No, it can do Bluetooth wireless operation
Yes,
using
but
the
you have
it's
to
got,
add
you,
it.
can do, you can use
BT10.
the
Add it.
Yaesu headset with it, right?
Yeah, but what I want to do with this is make a little portable digital, packet radio go box with this.
That's what made me think of this one because I knew you. Don't you have one already?
I do. It's in the
Yeah,
in the truck.
that's
Yep. It's in a box in the truck. I got it
mean,
from Baltimore Mike.
If you can hit the spot with a Yaesu or ICOM or Kenwood, I'm like Jim said earlier. I wouldn't go with something else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
Scott.
does
I did
ICOM
not. I did not check it yet, Scott.
Does ICOM have anything in this price range at all? We get accused of being ICOM fanboys by Charles, but I do want to throw out.
They don't have
Um,
anything. Not they didn't. No.
I think they've have something around this price. It's like the Icom
Oh.
2030 or something like that.
I looked at the ICOMs. They were single
The
band only,
2730.
though.
He's saying
Single band
stick here.
only, I think.
That one
So
is
the-
a
and-
dual bander.
Yeah. See, 309. It didn't make it. I went. Ape was specific about prices,
Well, I guess we could ballpark it or
except the
something like
last
that.
price, and I got a surprise.
So,
on
Blake,
that
that's a
one.
hard question because when you say any
Yeah.
band, what do you mean by any band? Do you mean any band? You're talking about an ICOM 7100.
Yeah.
No argument. I like that.
Well, I mean, yeah, because that gets you HF 2 meters and 70 centimeters. I mean, unless you're Chuck and
Right.
you just don't want the ghetto band, but
Oh, I have 70,
And even then, it's still missing
but not for my
bands, 'cause
first
there's,
radio.
there's bands above 70.
yeah, 23 and 220, 1.25, right?
There
If
was
you
some
were-
there was some 220 radios that I think were in this price range too. If you wanted that,
Yep.
But if you were going to just get if you weren't concerned about digital modes, this is the radio that I think that I would get. Like I've got the Yaesu 7900 in my Jeep, and it's just a 2 meter, 70 centimeter analog FM radio, and I've had it for years, and
my
it's
satellite
fantastic.
radio right here.
Yeah, let's get you one.
The
full screen
8800?
shot.
Is it 8900?
We'll screen the Charles. There we go. Yep.
8800. I think I'm going to throw this in a
Yeah.
backpack and hook up my elk antenna to it.
That's the
That's
one that
the one that,
TYT. That's the one that TYT's
copied.
ripped off, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
their
the one that
microphones are
Bill
no good
sent
though.
me, too.
John was saying that people actually send that into Yaesu thinking that they're going to fix it.
James says the IC 3500 is new ICOM 240.
Somebody better get the. Can we get somebody to start to type?
Yeah.
Which radio are you
stand
looking
by.
for?
The
Say it again, Chuck.
V3500.
I've actually let's see.
Chris, APRS is how they get
Which
you.
which one was it? What's the number? 3500.
I got it, Chuck.
I don't.
Well, nope. They said they don't have that.
Richard's asking about
it was
will
not
will it
in the,
crossband. Which
which
radio
one?
are you talking about, Richie?
Oh, 3500, 239.
V3500. There it is. You
More
got
than
it.
10.
Does that have a
Did you,
detachable?
did you bring it
face?
up? Yeah.
I don't think so. It doesn't look like it.
That's just 2 meters.
Could be all slick like.
Yeah, it's 2 meter.
The other one that's
And what is
really
that,
popular,
50?
2 meter only, is the TM281 from Kenwood.
I didn't see
But I don't know
any.
if they still
Yeah,
exist
that's
or
the
not.
one with the APR with the digital jack on it, right?
Alinco has a 6
No,
meter
no
radio.
jacks at all.
So if you want 6 meter, but it's only 10 watts. No, that's 50 watts. Excuse me. Alinco.
Do we know if the 8900 does crossband repeat? I have no idea.
The 8900, yes, it does.
There you go.
They don't make it anymore. It's just the 8800 and the 8900 both have it. Crossband repeat.
And we're talking about only current production radios as well, right?
Right.
Yeah, the ICOM 2730 is 300, and the ID 5100 is 479.
I'm surprised it's that cheap.
The 5100.
The 51.
Yeah.
This
You
is the
know
this is the cheapest D-Star radio you can get. New.
which one?
That's crazy.
The ID 5100.
5100.
And that's
I was
only
looking.
that's
looking
only
at that.
2 and 70, right? I mean, that's all that is. It's not.
Yeah.
Yep.
It ain't HF. Okay.
That Alinco DR735T is a nice looking radio. Just a little bit over the price limit though.
Look up a Alinco DR 135.
I got you. There's the 735 329.
Oh, they
Looking for
make
the
several of
135.
them with that
I don't see a
X35.
135.
It may be
I
discontinued.
think the 135 has
then.
been discontinued. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the 735 is the new version of it.
Is the current one, and it's over 300.
What is that? They got the rainbow bright screen on that thing?
They're just letting you see that it can do. Yeah, 'cause you can see that
Which
it can
one's
do whatever colors. This is the
Look, it has
735.
Fan on
it's
it.
a nice looking radio. It's kind of a cool looking radio.
Flip it around there, Tio.
Let's get a look at the hind end. I want to see. It looks like it has a DIN port on the back.
You and the you.
It does not.
Okay. I didn't see one.
See, there's the back end. There's a
What is that
rubber
on-
cover here and 2 rubber covers there.
What is that rubber cover for?
Let's see if there's any information on them.
That screen looks kind of nice. I wonder what that looks like in sunlight, though.
They'll have a
It's
manual.
not rainbow though.
Because
The
it's
screen
DX
looks similar to
engineering.
those old Kenwoods. I mean the shape of it.
That's a little more expensive than I would have thought an Alinco would be.
I think, tell you the truth, I think Javi has that radio.
Yeah, so USB computer interface cable. That's probably just
What did you end up buying, Walt?
Scott's getting sassy. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Walt,
yeah,
if you're
I
near
know- I
if
know
you're
what
near a
Walt
computer,
bought. I know
if
what he
you're-
bought.
and
What
you
was it?
are reasonably clean and have a shirt on,
He bought an 891.
we'll shoot you a link if you want to come on and play.
See, 891, yeah. Yeah. Don't do a Chris on us now.
Pants
Oh, they
pants
have
are
an
optional
instruction
as
page
long
for
as
how
the
to turn
camera's
it
up
on and
here,
off.
Walter.
Instructions to how to turn it on and off?
Yeah, it doesn't say anything at all about anything special on the rear.
And Dave's pointed out here, and this is an
Nice Walt.
excellent point. Yeah, the mic connects to the remote head.
Oh, which one?
I assume he's talking about the Alinco, the DR135, because that is the biggest problem with the FTM 400 that I ever had. Is some knucklehead engineer was, oh, we'll plug it in the back, it'll be all right.
Man, I'm not sure where this one
Who
is.
said that?
Oh, this
Joe
one.
Knucklehead at Yesu.
The 8800 is.
Sent Walt. I hope I got the right coastal waves and wires.
Oh Lord.
Now he might be half in the bag, folks. I know he likes to enjoy a nice one every now and then. So
We've been streaming with you, son, so we're used to that sort of thing. I
I'm
mean,
just
you guys
drinking
are-
iced tea.
If you guys are interested, this one's on the head also. The 88. I guess the 88 and the 8900 probably.
that's a Kenwood. Hold that back
No,
up again,
Yaesu.
Chuck.
No,
Oh,
it's the
Yaesu?
Yaesu. You can't buy it anymore unless you buy it used. But if you're looking used, they're good radios.
Damn,
This
son, how many
actually
2-meter
made- this
radios
one-
you got?
It's just like 3.
Not enough.
I got a lot of vehicles, man. Actually, that's going to go on my 4Runner, I think, because
Lon, that's what we
I
all
am going
agreed
to
on was the
use. I am
6000.
going to use 70. What's
Now,
that?
Freddie Freddie's talking about any tones. We haven't mentioned any tones.
We can pull them up.
Kind of.
Who sells on Bridgecom's the main seller?
588.
Yeah.
Let me see.
There was a Bridgecom radio also.
Oh, he's saying the Anytone AT58888 is analog only. It's not DMR. I thought it would be DMR.
I thought that's all they made was DMR radio.
Oh boy,
No,
you
they
see,
make all kinds of radios.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
we got somebody watching
Strangely.
over here. You see that?
Uh-oh.
Man, I knew she was watching.
Well, Kathy, listen, I'm not going to try to sell out Chuck, but he was talking about buying a new radio, but he didn't hear that from me.
He was. He was, totally.
Thanks, Abe. Thanks, Abe.
Man, you guys are.
Kathy
you
Thompson,
guys
how are you,
friends.
girl?
Is that the one that's... No, that's not the copy of the 8800, is it?
So that's a nice looking screen on that rascal. At least
Close
for the
enough.
pictures.
That might get the pick for under 300.
Under 300.
Let's get
Instead
a
of a
look at the
Yaesu.
hind end. Let's get a look
I like
at
the
the hind
styling
end
on
over
it,
there.
though. It looks sexy as hell.
Nothing. Fan and UHF connector and power connector.
You should... There's probably a speaker jack on it, I would guess. But
Yeah, Thump's got two Anytone 578s.
Might be-
I've got
might
a
be hiding down there next to
578
power.
as well.
Hey, and Thump just got the Macalite, whatever it is, the shortwave DSR, or whatever it's
SDR,
called.
yeah.
SDR.
USB connector on the front. What?
Yep.
And so you can
That's
put
how
your,
I program it.
your pictures on it.
Yeah. The 578's USB programmable.
You have that radio?
Yes. I have the
How many-
578, not that one.
This
How many mobiles you got over there, son?
I don't have Kathy Thompson watching me, so I can tell the truth. 5 or 7. can't
I didn't
remember.
know you
he
had
doesn't
that many.
remember the truth, but he can tell the
This one's,
truth.
this one's programmable, too. I've got the stuff for it.
Well, I mean, yeah, but yeah, the Anytone, I have the 578, the DMR one. It doesn't have that screen either. It's got a color DMR looking screen. And yeah, it's got USB in the side. I think it's USB mini.
What do you do with all these radios? Let them collect dust, or are they sitting on the shelf over there?
They're
He
in
ain't
a
making
shoebox.
videos about them.
A
They're
hermetic.
in my
yeah.
they're in my Go box.
Well, you know, I got a used Flex, and all I heard was some sass from somebody. Damn it! About
Wasn't me. Couldn't have been me.
I
that's
thought you had it
old.
right.
It's been discontinued twice, and I have an Icom 5160 that's ancient. That was probably an ambulance radio.
It looks like
It
a
does.
Raphael.
Does NXDN. I've got the 578. I've got a 2800. My 400 has come back and is repaired.
What'd they
I've
say
got
the
it.
problem was with it? Was it that chip?
It's in the box. He's fixed it. There was a chip he had to replace. It was not the audio chip. It was a different piece.
Different chip, huh?
Yep.
Chip.
Would they charge you to fix that?
It was a buddy deal. He fixed it for free.
Oh, right. You didn't send it to Yasu. You sent it to some dude, right?
Right. Yes, I did.
Some
Gotcha.
dude.
And I would tell his name on here, but I don't know if he wants me to share that with everybody, so I'm not going to do that.
Right, because everybady's going to be like, my Baofeng don't do 8 watts
Right.
no more.
Right. And if he wants to mention it, he can, but I'm not going to drop his name and call
And my
on
Yaesu
on the
clone
air.
doesn't work. Can you fix it?
So you know he's one of 145 people in the chat right now.
I don't know, but he could be. He watches our show, so.
I sent the link to Walt, but we haven't seen
What's
Walt
his
yet.
name? We can look.
He might have
He's
fallen
getting,
down.
he's getting dressed. He's
His name
bathing.
is
had
his
you.
name.
Almost
His
had
name
you,
is
James.
Ape. His name
What?
is Ape.
What?
Well, when Abe told you that, you know, he keeps telling me that the 991's been continued that many times too, but they're still selling it. So I don't know.
Well,
Abe
they're selling the
knows.
991A, son. They ain't
Well,
selling the
yeah,
991.
well, that's what I have, and you said it was discontinued 6 times or something. I don't know.
Which one do you
Yeah, I
have, the A? You have the A or the non-A?
Nice.
Oh, I get the A.
Thanks, Boink.
So did we cover the 300? Is anybody in the chat got a less than 300 they want to talk about? Less than $300?
Less than 300.
Going
All
once.
right. Well, then I guess
No,
we'll
I,
move on to.
didn't hear anything. Hermes Light. Oh, and Don's buddy that we were talking about or the Hermes Light. There's a guy in San Diego area that's running one with an amp. And I actually heard that guy. It sounded really good. He's wearing
And I apparently stirred up some mess in the chat when I
what?
said something about the FTM.
Alan B's here.
Because there's Tim Grayman Poda and James KI5 something.
What?
KI5 OEB. They both love them some FTM 400s. And I like it. It's a great radio.
People do
radio.
love them. Yeah.
It's a good radio, and if you can get a good deal on one used,
Everybody put gems.
snag it. Mine's fixed, son. Just back off. Just back
The
off.
Gray Man Poda said he got a 2820 for 300.
Isn't that the
Nice.
Yeah, did he get a bracket though?
Is that new?
Not if he bought it used, maybe.
Tim, was that new?
No, he said used.
Used. Okay.
And then here's Donald saying that he's got the FTM 400. It's the best.
It's
I
the
think
best.
he's just kicking a hornet nest there because I
Yeah,
can't imagine
he
him
is.
using a mobile.
I can't
He's the
imagine
guy who
they
says,
see
what
the screen.
use
Tones
does he have? What use does
and
he have
everything.
for UHF and VHF, right?
Right.
And the 500's fixed. Well, mine's not fixed yet, but your guys's are.
And Jim made a valid point. Yeah, DTMF does work on the 400.
It works on the 500 now.
It works on
Now
the
it works on the
500
500
Now.
because they dropped the firmware yesterday. Yesterday or
Mine
the day
doesn't,
before.
Yeah, I know how much you must have suffered not having DTMF tones on that.
Yeah, for like 2 months now. And you didn't
Chuck
even
was
know
like,
it.
I don't even know how to spell DTMF.
I've used it once. So
All right, so what is your
I wasn't
boys'
missing
pick?
it. I wasn't.
What is
missing
your
it.
boys' pick for over 300?
FTM 500.
Not me. You want to see mine? You want to see mine?
Whip it out,
Let me
Chuck. I want to see it.
Let me share this. And mine's and because you
Interesting comments from you guys because I mean
you
we all
didn't
just got these.
you didn't really specify ape, so I'm gonna have mine's gonna be a 2-part thing.
You always
That
got to
you
make
right
it
there.
complicated, right?
Huh?
Is that me?
Oh.
So
Yeah, that's you.
$679 for an HF radio.
I mean, you could have shared out my page instead.
Oh, did you have it too?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they still
That's what I
sold
was
the
waiting for somebody else to go
857, that
first.
would be there instead, but they don't sell
Yeah.
that anymore. And the 7100 was not there, but I already have the 2 meter because I already bought that under, But so that's my pick because that's probably one of the best mobiles HFs. That
So you
can
said
buy.
2-part. What's your part 2 on this? See if we're on the
I
same
have to
page.
I gotta share the other part. Oh, did you do a 2-parter too?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Mine's
You wanna
technically
get rid
a
of this one?
4-part, but we'll get there.
Let me get rid of that one.
Do what you got to do.
James, what do you have over here?
Nothing.
I was looking for that icon earlier. That's all. You can delete it.
So, this is my second part because Ape was not
Yep.
specific because that radio and that antenna work together.
Yeah, if you're going to have a portable HF station, you need something that's tunable.
Yeah, in fact, this antenna will work with the 991. I think the FTX 10, almost all of the newer from the 857 newer. I think.
Yeah, it's the Yaesu flagship
most.
mobile antenna. Yep.
Yeah.
So here's my thoughts on this. You get the Retevis RT95 for under 150, and you play around with it. You like it. You upgrade. You keep it,
Don't.
and you turn it on for APRS, and leave that sit in the trunk in a cardboard box like your ghetto gym up there. Then you get the FT6000R, and that's your 2 meter 70 centimeter real radio that gets you the the WinLink and other packet radio type modes, and it's got good quality front end and receiver and all that kind of stuff. And then you add to that the FT891 because you're already deep into Yaesu menu territory, so you're comfortable with that mess. And then you get the ATAS, so now you've got all the antennas and a dog that's dying in the background. Chuck can't
James, I
even hear
put
it
5
anymore.
minutes into this. I put 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I was like, I thought it was Wednesday still.
I didn't get the memo. Though.
Well, you were off on Saturday too, right? Like Saturday morning, you're like, oh damn, I thought it was Friday.
No, I don't think so.
I can go back and find it. And so, hey Walt, how you doing, buddy?
What's
Hey,
going
Walter.
on, guys? How's it going?
Let's see what stickers he's. Oh, what happened to him here? Let's see what
What?
stickers he's got on the back of
You
this
made
thing.
Walt go away.
I don't see no
That's
smoking ape sticker on that thing.
I need one. You got to send me one, man.
All right, we'll get you taken care of.
NASA patches I collect there. So.
I can get a sticker pack out to you in the morning, Walter.
All right, give me one, and you'll see it in my videos. I'll put it up, and man, I got so many stickers here. Everybody's got these stickers. So you know what I mean? I'm like,
Oh yeah.
right.
My
Oh
grandson
man, they
has
told
them
me
on his
mine
little
were
bike.
special.
I
No,
use
he
those
said
to hook
you
my
were
bumper back to
special.
my car.
You were special, Jim.
I've got some elite R&L stickers too, man. I'm just saying.
Ooh.
Oh, you
these
probably
guys got
do.
a package coming to me tomorrow, so I'm pretty excited. You know, I
Is-
think it's like a year ago we were talking about me getting a FD891. I finally pulled the trigger.
I
I
saw that yesterday on the live stream. You mentioned it.
Yeah, so I'll probably, all these Chinese radios I have
Chris's.
are really going to get neglected. You know, so now that no more Kung Pao chicken for me. I'm going sushi route.
Straight sushi radio.
That's right.
What are you going to do with more than 20 watts, Walt? You won't know how to handle yourself.
Right.
Hey, you know what? This past weekend, I don't know if you saw the video. I worked 10 watts to VK like it was nothing, and I figured if I can do that with 10 watts, man, I got to do it with 100 watts, man. I'm going to be like, busting every pilot there is, and just get on the beach and have fun. That's, I'm, it's been a long time coming. I've got an Alenco DX70. It's kind of rough, and I did some testing on it. It's only putting out about 65 or 70 watts, so I'm ready for something brand new and packed with some power.
Well, hot damn! Congratulations on the pickup, man.
Way to
Thank
go.
you. Yeah,
Nice.
looking forward to it. It's only been I've been talking about it for over a year.
Eric, I wasn't going to say it.
We got Hamstick Eric's talking some mess on you. He's saying that maybe you'll stop yelling if you get to 891.
Yeah, you know what, Hamstick, I was yelling because I don't know if you saw that activation. The wind was only blowing like 40 mile an hour. I couldn't hear. And, I was up on the top of, if you've been there, Jockey's Ridge. I was up.
Yeah,
like,
that is a beautiful, beautiful place. It's a great place to brave it up walking up that big old sand dune.
What
Yeah,
I
it's like
noticed
a mountain.
in Hawaii was when you get near the ocean, the waves, you almost have to have headphones on because you
Yeah.
can't hear anything. And if you're trying to record it, you have to figure that out, which I guess you can.
I need to figure out a way to get the everything. I need to work on something instead of. I mean, I just do it with a mic straight out with the wind blowing, the waves crashing. I get a lot of complaints in my videos too. I was like, you know what? You must not be a very good ham then. If you can't listen in and listen and pick something out, then you might want to pick another hobby. You know what I mean? It's like, oh,
Right?
Yeah, but they're watching your video, then complaining about it. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It's funny. You got like that video I did the other day. You get like 400 or 500 thumbs up, and there's like 3 thumbs down. And I'm thinking, where does 3 people? This guy's got a piece of wire he got at Walmart for $1.99, and he's talking to Australia from North Carolina, and you're gonna put
Right.
a thumbs down to that? Give me a break, man.
On
Well,
what?
there's
10
just
watts?
haters.
On 10
They're-
watts. Yeah.
They're like, oh, he's having fun. Let me thumb down this video.
I've got so thick skin to it now. I kind of love it now. I'm looking forward to it. He's going to give me the thumbs down. Yeah, you know what it is.
Yeah, well, like I had somebody on mine, and they were like, "Who cares about this?" And I'm like, I'm assuming the guy who saw the thumbnail, clicked on it, watched the video, and then took time to comment. But maybe I'm mistaken. You know what I mean? It's just like, come on, man.
I think we were talking about it last week on your stream on the people that comment, and they saw the thumbnail and they commented about what you were doing, and they obviously didn't watch the video. The drive-by engineers, I guess, what we call them.
Right.
Those are interesting guys too.
Or people who comment that, oh, you should have did this, and it's like I did at the 7-minute mark.
Yeah. Why didn't you do it my way? Because that wasn't what the video was about.
Right.
Scott's trying to get me
I-
to change my answer.
I'm going to release a video on a ham stick. People are going to say, why didn't you use a dipole? Because I used a ham stick, like the thumbnail and the title said.
Right.
Yeah,
They'll tell you that.
Guy, I removed a comment, and he was going off on me about not putting radials under a half wave vertical and only using that little 5% of a wavelength counterpoise they use. And I should have had at least 16 radials underneath that on the beach. I was like, man, just go away.
Right. You're just like, you saw how many contacts I made, so just why don't you
Right.
For
Yeah,
half wave?
take a bus, son?
Yeah.
Suppose you don't need it, right?
You want to
Bob,
explain
we've got one.
to Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I say, Bob, we've got a YouTuber support group. It's a chat room on Toad's Discord called Tubers.
Yeah.
Tubas.
Yeah.
Right for everybody can play.
No
Play
one
that
ever
to come.
complains on Ape's videos. I'm pretty sure.
Never.
I doubt that he ever
Whatever.
draws.
Apes
Any
just super
flame
fucking
toward
cool.
him.
That's why nobody's going to.
No, I get it bad sometimes. Like if I say something bad about a radio, people get all upset at me. You know, like how dare you say that?
Well,
What
I know
in
one
the
thing now. I do
hell?
my videos with Yazoo. Yazoo. I mean, I won't get the obligatory. I never buy anything from China comment anymore. That I delete every video, so that'll go away.
Someone's gonna be like, "There's a transistor in that radio that's Chinese made," and I can't.
Right.
Yeah, the guys that say I'll never buy anything from China, I'm like, well, then you probably should stop shopping at Walmart. Then, you know?
Yeah, but like, what
Just stop
computer
shopping,
are you
period.
using? Or
Right.
What computer are you using to watch the video on?
I know.
Did you have
Right?
coffee this morning?
Coffee.
Your
grown in
coffee
China.
maker's made in China. Yeah, coffee's grown in China.
What meds are you
Right.
on right now? So, you're probably there too.
Do you have an iPhone in your pocket?
Yeah, I tell them to just go watch cat videos if that's what
Right.
you know.
Right.
My wife saw that the other day. She started laughing. She was watching your video. I go, he does that on all those videos. That's old.
I got to come
It's
up
old
with
for
something. I
Abe.
got to come up with something else.
So
Drunk monkey.
Scott was like, I might have to change my radio. I could put the 991 because I have the bracket for mine, and that would still run that ATAS. Then I get everything. 2-meter
Hey,
sideband too.
James.
So, Walt, you got any mobile 2-meter, 70-centimeter radios?
I got Fang. I'm a Fanger. That's about all I have. I've got it like everybody else. I've got like 8 of them, but I just
Right.
have a bunch of little cheap. I live at the repeater for our local club. I can see it out my living room window, so I don't really need
Gotcha.
much. I did just get me an Ocean and I got the Comet satellite antenna. I haven't played with it yet. A little bit nicer handheld there, but I've been looking. I do want to get something. I want to get something in the. I'm probably going to buy a new ride here in the next couple months. A work type ride, and I've got a little beater car that I drive around in. I want to get a pickup truck. If I get a pickup truck in it, I got to get a mobile rig, so I could be like everybody else. So that's going to happen.
So there's a business
Nice.
opportunity out there. When Ape said that we were doing radios under $150, I immediately thought of getting a Balfang because you get a lot of Balfang for $150. But
That's
nobody
27
makes-
Baofangs.
Nobody makes a Balfang mobile kit. So I want the Fang, I want the speaker mic, I want the mag mount antenna with the the coax and all the adapters that you need, and I want the battery replacement kit for the Fang. Like that's the package bundle. It needs to show up on Amazon tomorrow.
I think they have some. Like I used to use a Tram mag mount with my Fang.
Oh yeah, you can get them all separate, but nobody makes a bundle.
Well, my work car is kind of beat up. I got hit by a truck a few months ago, so the door's got a dent in it. So with the door dent in it, the back it's a 4-door. The back door is kind of cacked open already anyway, so I could run and wire right out to the mag mount and drive right down the road, man. I'm good to go.
You need to put a duct tape seal on there. You know what I mean? Or
I've been thinking about that, man. Kind of,
DX engineering stickers.
When it's a
Exactly.
little Kia Rio. It's a little Kia Rio. When I fill it up with gas, I double the value. So it's kind of.
That's all. That's
Raphael, I
awesome.
had a guy in the air.
What
in a
what
parachute was
Woshung
on.
did you get?
Jeez.
The Woshung.
I don't know.
It's the one with full
The
frontal.
one that everyone's using in the videos for satellites, so with the duplexes, that's the one I got.
Is that the 9 or the 8? Or...
UV90
It was the 9.
Oh,
It
it's
was
the
the
Yeah,
9.
that's
UV9.
that's it. It's the UV9D mate.
Yeah, that's the one.
Hamstick had that. He said it didn't. He didn't. He thought it was terrible.
He had one particular problem.
It desensed itself.
Yeah.
I just haven't
Walt,
had
what did
time.
you say? Go ahead, Walt.
I haven't had time to do anything with it yet. I've had it for a couple of weeks. I've been working 6 days a week, so I haven't had much time. And then, we went down to Outer Banks for 3 days, and then I left it here. So I'll get around to it. I really want to play around, learn a little bit, and play around with some satellite type stuff.
I've got the this is the 8E, the Wushang 8E, and I like it. It's a nice radio. I got this one because it's a tri-bander. It's got 220,
Yeah.
but for whatever reason here, I get a lot of problems on 220. So regardless of what radio it is, it's just that there's, I don't know if it's interference in the air or my LED lights or whatever it is, but it's always causing me a little bit of grief.
Yeah.
But it's not just this one. If I tune in 220 on my 705, for example, then I still hear all this garbage in the air.
There's Hamstick, Eric. I knew he'd key up there sooner or later.
Yeah, I can't see the.
He said the mate desenses 70 centimeters on 20 meter transmit, so no full duplex on the.
Oh.
Well, he typed 20. I was just verbatim. So no full duplex on the ISS, SO50 or TEVL satellites.
Well, I have plenty of fangers too, so I could just I got the duplex
Right.
part with the antenna. I'll play with two radios if I have to. I'll figure it out.
What antenna did you get, Walt?
What's that? I'm sorry, I got a bad connection. The audio's a little tough.
Which antenna did you get?
I got
for your...
the arrow. The arrow.
The arrow. Okay.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So.
Looking forward to it. Oh, go ahead. All right, I'll go. Red's asking me if I have to swap antennas on that tri-bander. So it came with two antennas, so you would have to swap them.
Yeah.
But I bought a Comet tri-band antenna, and it really isn't that good. But I have that, and I'll just use that. Or I think I have an Abri tri-bander too. I can't remember. But I haven't used it in a long time because I lost the charging cradle for it. I can't. So the battery's dead. And I haven't been able.
That's why they should all have USB.
Yeah, that's the problem with Baofeng too. I've got like 3 or 4 different cradles for like the UV5R and then the
every one of them. Yes.
Yeah.
They may have
exactly
changed that.
Right.
Watch my video tomorrow. They may have changed that.
Well, there's a problem with some of that. Some of the Baofeng cradles charge at a different voltage. Like I think some of them are like 10.5.
Yep.
And some of them are not. I can't remember what the other voltage is, but you can actually cause a problem charging a Fang that has a battery for one voltage on the charger for another.
I think the coolest thing I've done with a Baofeng is we go to New York City the week before Christmas. I'll take my wife Rockefeller Center and we go see the trees, see shops, and all that good stuff. And I snuck up on the top of that new building. It's taller than the Empire State Building. It's light for me. I'm having a senior moment. I can't remember the name of it, but it's got it's supposedly the largest outdoor observation deck in North America. So I went up there, snuck. I had the Abri, folded the antenna, put it in my pocket, got up there, undid everything, and got on the pulled it all out. And, everybody's looking at me. It was crowded as Christmas time, and I called CQ on the 2-meter calling frequency and made some contacts at the top of the building. That was a lot.
I'm surprised John McClane did not come running in there after you.
Yeah.
Popping the radio out in
if it was Christmas time, especially.
Right, if it was Christmas time, they would have their Hans Gruber. That's right.
Yeah, I did that. That was fun. That's the extent of what I've done, other than just getting on my local clubs. Rag chew net once a week with it. That's about all I really do with VHF. I need. That's the part of the hobby I need to I want to get a little bit more involved with. I'm just such an HF guy. It's what I like the most.
Yeah, do what you like, man, and that's it.
Absolutely.
It's funny because you'll do a video, it doesn't matter what it's on, and then somebody's like, oh, you need to do this, and it's like a completely different aspect of amateur radio.
Stay tuned. Yeah.
Be like, well, why would you click on me saying I'm going to do X when you want me to do Y in the video?
I actually got some good stuff on one time when I did the video for New Hams. Mm-hmm. And some people actually had some pretty good, they asked it, hey, could you do this also? And
yeah, I get tons of great comments. I don't want to paint the picture that everybody who comments is a jerk, but there are plenty.
You'll get 99 great comments, and you're really appreciative. They make you feel great, and I try to answer everybody back. Thank you.
Yep.
I really appreciate it. Whatever. Then you get that one, and that one just spirals you out. You know what I mean? You're like, oh my.
Right.
Why am I doing this to myself? That's right.
Right.
That's definitely funny.
It is. You guys,
Do we-
man, I tell you what, it's been wow. I think I first came on Coffee and Ham Radio was about it was a little over a year ago. No, it was longer than that. It was maybe about 18 months ago. About a year ago, I was in Poland and we did the second time I was on. But I remember the first time I was on, I had just gotten 1,000 subscribers. Had just got monetized. I was all excited, and you guys like. Ape sent me an email. I was like, hell yeah, I made the big time, man. I'm on Coffee and Ham Radios now, whatever. But
That's right.
getting ready. I got a milestone coming up. I'm really excited about it. I'm getting ready to hit 10,000 subscribers. So for me, I'm not,
Get out of
almost
town,
fast.
Walter. Jesus Christ. That's
How many?
awesome.
How many do you have?
What's that? I have 9,000. Like I'm coming up on like 9,500 right now. So in that neighborhood.
Nice, man. Well, so I remember it was about 3 years ago. I'm guessing 3 years ago. And we actually were doing our family vacation in the Outer Banks. And I was watching YouTube videos at night on my Android tablet. And like a picture, you came up and you had one of those drug rugs on, you know, like
Oh, I
those
wear that's my winter attire, man. I go on the beach
Yeah.
with one of those all the time.
And I'm like, I looked at my wife. I said, "Look at this crazy MF. He's on the beach down here." And you had that on, and you're out there having a good old time. And I was like, "Man, this guy's infectious, man. He's having such a great time out there." And then like when I got back, I asked the guys. I said, "Have you seen this guy's channel or whatever?" And I think that's about when I sent you the email.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. It was part of getting me started. And if you guys, anybody's watching me as a subscriber, man, thanks so much. In my wildest dreams, I really started the YouTube channel. I was big into the Facebook groups, biggest mistake of my life. But anyway, and I got into an argument. Matter of fact, it's a T-shirt I got from there. I was on my way to Hawaii, and I got in there. I was like, I think I'm going to just take my little, matter of fact, here it is. I said, I'm going to take my little X5 105, put a vertical up on the beach in Hawaii and try to operate QRP. And I got some of the most negative BS that I've ever seen in my life. Everybody told me, you're out in the middle of the Pacific with 5 watts. You're not going to do crap, blah, 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 blah. And I said, you know what? I'm going to film this. It was my first video. So I'm going to film this and kind of
Nice.
do it. And made contacts on that. And then, and it just kind of really, right after that first video, K4SWL on his blog, he shared it. And then it started snowballing. I'm like, well, hell, I guess I got to make more videos now. And I just kept going from there, And so when you see a video with me, it's just me. It's just, that's the person there is, I make mistakes. I probably stumble and mumble, say the wrong thing sometimes, whatever. But that's what I've done now for a little over 2 years, and get on the air, play radio, and have fun and be myself. And I in my wildest dreams, I never thought that Coastal Waves and Wires would get to 10,000. And now I'm like, all right, I got to go far.
Now, look out, 50's next. You're doing great, man, and fantastic channel.
Yeah,
They got questions for you. Thump has been looking to get into shortwave listening, and so you're actually probably the best guy to answer. He said he noticed your loop back there.
Before we go any further, it's 8:00 and Kyle is streaming over on his channel, AA0Z. So I wanted to make sure that we knew that.
Are you going over there to talk Flex Radios or?
No, he's doing something. I don't know what. I'm just sharing it because it's 8:00 and he's streaming now. So there you go.
What do you move in on us for like that?
Yeah, Kyle.
What?
But
I told you.
Why
I told you he wants to be
How
like
to
you when he
build
grows up.
how to build a HF remote station. I think he already did that.
Oh, that is
he's-
Flex
he's
Radio.
double-
I ought to go
he's
over there.
double
I ought to
dipping
just
on that
ditch you
topic.
guys.
It is Flex.
But I think Thump bought the
Right, Jim.
Macalite. I think he ordered that. But
The what?
so what do you use for
Malachite.
SWL?
I tell you what, for shortwave listening, Thump, what's your HF receiver? Because I've got Texans, I've got all kind of different little shortwave receivers, and nothing beats my ham equipment for receiving. It really doesn't. I mean, you get
One would hope.
He's got a
Thump-
101. He's got the 101 MP.
MP, yeah. He got it's Yesu. I mean, it drifts, but it's okay.
Honestly, though, I mean, for portable, I mean, a lot of times, like, we go camping, my wife and I go camping, I've got a handful of different, like, little Texan, miniature handhelds or whatever like that. I'll take that. I've got the little Texan reel in, clip on wire and throw it in the tree. And I have fun with that. Shortwave isn't what, I've been a shortwave listener 50 years. I started in this hobby as a kid, playing with shortwave radios, and shortwave just isn't what it used to be, man. I mean, when I was a kid, you could listen to Radio Moscow, and every country had a shortwave station, and now it's just like everything else is gone. Just talking about the loop, I think my number one thing just for listening is medium wave AM radio. I love that, and this is my little Texan AM. We talked about this before, but that's my medium wave, broadcast band DXing tool there. I've got a couple of different ones. This is the old one. I have got an old. It's called the Select 10. It's cat hair. Never mind that, but stuff like that.
I think you said you used to do AM DX listening, right?
Yeah, that's what these are for AM. I like doing that. I enjoy AM radio. This isn't the time of year for it, really. Summer's tough. It's like,
yeah,
you're going to get some DX, but AM DXing and medium wave DXing is better in the winter. That's the time of year for it.
I love the sound of AM broadcast over anything else. I just like the depth of it.
It's a shame that it's dying. I mean, AM radio is dying. We know it. No one listens to it like they used to. But what was really cool when I was in Poland when the Ukrainian-Russian conflict broke out, and all the countries there, a lot of places that had shut down AM stations, they turned their transmitters back on. As a matter of fact, BBC turned their they took a shortwave frequency back that they used to use and started beaming back over that way to the Ukraine, and that should be a testament for. I mean, if the crap hits the fan and things really went bad, those are really if you remember back in the day, that was the civil defense radio, public radio, whatever,
right.
Save the world frequencies.
Voice of America.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I used to stay at my grandparents' house, and they had in the room I stayed in had a little AM radio, and I would sit there and listen to it all the time at night. And I was always shocked at how much more activity there was at night. And in my mind, I was just thinking that these guys just don't transmit during the day. I had no idea about propagation or any of that kind of stuff.
What part of the country was that in, Abe, when you were a kid?
Oh, when I was a kid, I grew up in Baltimore, so it was in.
Okay. Oh, you're a neighbor almost to me. Just up the other end of the Chesapeake Bay from where I'm at, there, brother.
Yeah, I'm not in Baltimore anymore, but when I was a kid, I lived in a terrible neighborhood, and on the weekends, I used to get shipped off to my grandparents' house all the time because I was less likely to be running around with hooligans over in
West
that
side or
town.
East side?
West side.
Boy.
Yeah,
Barksdale crew.
Right.
Yeah, I'm East side, Ape's West side.
That's right, man. Y'all are just like me. Guess where I ate at tonight? I ate at Wawa tonight. I got a sandwich at Wawa there, Tio. So
Wawa hoagie.
Wow, that's what I had for dinner, a Wawa hoagie. So there you go.
Nice. BTO.
Yeah, no
Built to
doubt.
order.
I have a shortwave radio I got. It's a Panasonic. Man, I ought to do a video on it. The thing is ancient. I got it in like 1980.
You ought to do a video. That's right.
Yeah, I've got the Texan 660, and I was telling Thump, I love that radio.
I've got a national Panasonic. This one's from the '60s. It's an old shortwave radio.
Nice.
Yeah, I collect radios. That's why I have so many cheap QRP radios.
So do I.
No, seriously, but like for antique radios, I have a lot of old antique radios. It's just my hobby. I like collecting. I've done that for a long time too.
Well, hell, I never planned it to be an antique. I just don't throw stuff away, and
yeah,
it's sitting on a shelf out in the shop. It just needs batteries or a power cord, and I'm sure it'd fire up.
Yeah, I had a sweet boom box when I was a kid. I wish I still had that thing. It was Toshiba.
My ex-wife sold all mine at the pawn shop. So
yeah,
I thought I was hot stuff with that Toshiba.
And that mullet? Did you have a mullet?
This is not
there
really
you go,
a box. Similar. This is actually a cool shortwave. This is a Telefunken. It's a German-made. There you go. German-made Telefunken. That's my Euro boombox there. So
that's
that's got a
kind of
cassette player
retro
on it,
sexy.
right?
That is retro sexy.
yeah, that's retro sexy right there. I can listen, and it's European, so I can listen to techno on it.
Like Dieter's dance music.
That's
Now
right.
it's the time on Sprockets Spin and Dance.
Now we dance. Would you like to pet my monkey? Yeah, that's funny. Good times. But yeah, I'm a radio nerd. I'm into all kinds of radios like that from a listening standpoint. So getting back to this question, best shortwave radio, it just really depends on how serious you want to be. I mean, if you want to get real serious, SDR is the way to go because you can just like see the whole spectrum, record the whole spectrum, and then go back and go all the way across it and see what was going on for 15, 20 minutes or whatever.
So you said SDR. Do you have a preference on SDRs? Are you like a $25 dongle guy?
I'm a $25 dongle guy.
There it is right there.
Yeah, they
Mr.
work great.
QRB
I mean, there's no reason
himself.
to
Quantity
have to
over
be.
quality.
Yeah. I mean, it's obvious if you've been watching my channel for the last 2.5, 3 years. I'm into cheap radios. So.
I knew the answer to that question already. I just wanted you to say it out loud to everybody else. Yeah, I mean, I love an SDR dongle. They're great for messing around with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they get hot real quick though if you're listening for too long, and that's
Sure
the
do.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
but
got
$28. If I burn one, I just throw it away and buy another one. You know.
Well, you don't want to burn the house down. I think that's where it gets like, because some people take these little SDR dongles and they mount them on a Raspberry Pi and put them in the
Oh
attic.
yeah, okay, no.
And I'm like, man, that's just to me that doesn't seem safe. But I'm always worried about that stuff.
That's like when I'm out on the beach and everybody's like, "Oh my God, look at the face of that radio! It's getting blown to pieces. It's got sand all over it. Whatever." It's like, you know what? I bought it for $399. I've been using it for 2 years. You know what I mean?
The G90. Yeah. I mean, that's what it's for, right? Just taking out places like that.
Yeah. So now I'll be honest with you. With the 891, I'm gonna probably have a little towel, keep it a little clean, at least for like the first month. You know what I mean? And then it'll look like it got sandblasted too. Knowing
A
me,
towel.
But, yeah.
Yeah, but look at Peter
Always have a
VK3YE. He's
towel.
got that 817 that he uses on the beach all the time.
Yeah.
For years.
I think he's shown the insides of it because people.
Yeah, he
were
took it
like,
apart. It's clean.
I like Peter. You know, when I came into this hobby, I didn't even know who he was. And then when I first started going on the beach, like everyone else, I Googled ham radio on the beach, and he started popping up. And guy's a smart guy. He really is good.
Oh,
good,
he definitely is. He's hilarious too.
Yeah.
I've only talked to him like on streams and stuff like that a couple of times, but the guy had me in stitches. He was definitely funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's out there in his bare feet and everything else, and I'm just always like I don't like sand, so like when I get sand all over me, I have a fit. So I'm like, want to put socks and stuff on when I go on the beach.
So you're that guy. You're that guy wearing sandals and socks with your Bermuda shorts on the beach.
That all the women are checking out. You damn right.
Okay, right. I'm the one wearing the Speedo, man. I'm just saying.
Well, they're normal board shorts,
Oh,
but it,
Tim there too. Tim's my buddy. Tim, out of everybody in the YouTube community, Tim's the one that I bug the heck out of him. He's kind of like an Elmer to me because I send him. I did it like yesterday or day before. I'll have this idea of an antenna and I'll sketch it all up and I'll send it to Tim, and Tim will look at it. He goes, I can tell right away if it's a good antenna or bad, because he'll usually go, yeah, that'll be great or whatever. And then the other ones will be like, yeah, I'll get back with you, Walt. Let me take a look at that. You know what I mean? So Tim's great. I love Tim.
yeah, we never had Tim on the show, but I guess Tim can watch your mailbox. We'd love to have you on. We'll send you a message.
Yeah, Tim's awesome. But he's got, every time I want to research something, I'll type it into YouTube, and he's usually the first one that pops up because he's already done it. I'm like, you don't want to be the guy that copies somebody. I'm like, damn, somebody's already done this one or whatever. Then if I see that from somebody, I'll usually mention them in my video and stuff like that. But Tim's like we were talking about Peter. Tim's another one, man. What a smart guy. He really is. He really knows his stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. Well, do we have any more mobile talk, or are we done with the topic?
I think we tore up the mobile talk. I mean, I got one comment on the mobile talk. In looking at this tonight, I would say that I don't think you're going to save a lot of money by buying a second or third tier mobile as opposed to Yaesu or Icom for a lot of this stuff.
Well, what's going to happen is you're going to end up buying two radios anyway.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, I was shocked because when you got, I mean, I have a used one that I just bought for $125, but Chuck's showing brand new Yaesus for $150. It's like, why would I buy TYT, QYT, Vero, Telcom, any of that junk. I'll just buy a Yaesu and roll with it.
But there's
Especially
quite a
if you're
few.
not going to do digital. Yeah, there's a lot of
It-
choices.
Yeah. And if you want straight 2-meter, you can find stuff that's cheaper. That's what you give up the 2-meter 70 centimeter, but you probably get a better radio,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Now,
Well,
I
and
would,
it makes
I
a
would
huge
say,
it makes a huge difference. And I went from my June Tech 88 to the Yaesu 2900. I was amazed at how much further I was getting and how much better everybody else sounded.
right, right. And, you know, the other thing with 2-meter rigs, empirical observation here, but 2-meter 440, the used market for mobile radios is not stupid like the HF used market,
Right.
right? Somebody's selling their 3-year-old 7300 for $1,000, you know, when you can buy one new for 1,100. You know,
Unless
this
it's
is
a
my
400 or
1972
something like that.
This is my 1972 Halicrafters that I got when I was 12, and you know I want $1,500 for this. Made a lot of contacts on it.
If it's got an original box, though, that definitely shoots the value.
That's right. Double the price.
But I think the used market for mobiles is a lot more reasonable. Is my point.
Jim's rolling his eyes because he doesn't keep the boxes. He likes it when he gets them. He just doesn't keep them.
I don't give a crap
I've had
about
a lot-
boxes, man. I
I've
don't.
had a lot of mobile radios over the years, a whole lot of mobile radios. The problem is the ones I had all had a little dial on it with channel 1 to 40 on it. But, you know,
I got a few of those.
yeah.
And nothing wrong
Jim-
with CB.
Jim is hopefully going to pass it. He's been studying every day. I've given up on understanding it. I'm just at the point of memorizing the questions.
Oh, you're talking. Are you studying? You're taking that when you're in Huntsville, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Carlos Felix and Steve Sparky up there and other Steve KO4 M Radio Clubhouse are gonna.
Well, we're going to have to create a sub chat in Toads, and is it will Jim pass the extra?
Y'all need
The
to find a
over-under.
better. You guys need to get a life or something. Jesus.
Taking bids now.
We'll have to get a pool going. I guess everybody can place their bets or whatever it is.
You know, Dave just mentioned Kenwood radios. We didn't talk a lot about Kenwoods, but Kenwood.
I
makes a
mentioned the
ton of-
TM281.
Yeah, we did mention it, but there's a whole lot of Kenwood radios in public safety. I know those things are hot in public safety. Straight UHF usually, or 2 meters.
Yeah, well, so we just ran over about 15 minutes or so. So I guess we'll wrap it up and let everybody go over to Kyle's stream and tell Kyle we said hello. And thanks for watching, everybody. Had a great time. And thanks,
Later, all.
Walt, for jumping in. And
Yeah, thanks, Walt.
Thanks for inviting me in, guys. That was fun.
Oh yeah,
All right,
well,
I'm
cool,
hitting the
man.
button.
These awkward times.